It is 11:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Canadian Time, December 18th, 2022. And Chantel just published what I'm about to react to a little more than 2 hours ago. So it's fresh. It's fresh. It's the same dang day I'm reacting to it. It's fresh. It's, let me get the title. Who cares what the title is? I can't pronounce it. It's the something whatever memorial thing. Anyway, it's 9 minutes long. It's boring, and at least I warn you ahead of time. If we're gonna have a laugh riot, I tell you, if it's boring, I don't want to disappoint. Yet I still want to put it out there so you don't have to go over there to her channel or the couple's channel to review what has been published. Okay, I know the thumbnail is everything. It's a thumbnail. It's an awesome thumbnail. So, yeah, it's short. So come here, hang it for a little bit, even though it is boring. So the whole joke here is the thumbnail, which I did a great job for. And so he's taking her to some area where there was a battle during the Gulf War. And the whole thing is just ridiculous because Chantel, and she produces like a little story on it, which is like a report, remember? As if she was in grade 5. And just the idea of this, lying, exploitive, ridiculous, just a pile of poop. I mean, I'm too early into the video to start, to the reaction, to start swearing. And you're saying, it's short, get the thing rolling. Okay. Here's what she says while she's standing in front of this memorial. No, it's the site of a battle. I make it less funny if I say it. I'll just run the footage and then we'll get into this, okay? It's short. Just so you know what's going on with what she's doing. And the best part is she's shooting her couple's channel in both feet with both barrels. It's so bad. Everybody's ready? Let's roll.
I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure war is not fun for either side.
She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel, she carries the weight. Chantel, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel, 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 Chantel.
She rose out of bed with nothing better to do.
She's got nothing better to
The
do.
food potter's leaking while she drip dries over you. She makes a mess, orders Uber Eats when her Tinder date is through. And if you stand too close to her,
What?
you'll get the C. diff too.
Chantel, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel, she carries the weight. Chantel,
Hello, Chantel.
she
How's Canada,
carries
girl?
the weight of the world on her
Do you wanna read up?
shoulders.
Life?
Chantel,
Honest dream.
Chantel, Chantel.
I bring pizza and poutine.
Chantel,
See you soon, life girl.
And there is the thumbnail. The Al Khorau Martyr Museum, Part 1. And for me, the joke is having someone as dishonest, ridiculous, and just hungry for, an easy-to-produce viral couples channel that's just going to get her all kinds of money. Just like she said in one of her live streams before she did this. It's like she just wants to live her life and get fat checks, and that's it. So here she is with this. Many of you are referring to him as a robot, or I prefer a piece of wood. This guy with no chemistry, and so they're going to go to this site of a battle, and like the very idea of Chantel shooting footage of it. And as I played the clip from earlier, Chantel saying that her quote, which she said about, I don't even want to repeat it. Oh, let me. Now I'll do it. Like Chantel is telling us, I'm sure that war isn't fun for either side. Thank you, Chantel. What are you, 6 years old? No, you're 38. Thank you for your wisdom, Chantel. Let's roll.
Hi there, welcome. If you were watching our video, we thank you for being here. We are very excited to
Do you hear the background noise when she's doing the narration? That's either their air conditioner or their fan or both.
bring this piece of Kuwaiti history to you. We were very excited to film this. It's going to be in 2 parts because it is
because you wanted to, bring down your channel faster. So you did this in 2 parts.
Very lengthy video. There was a lot to cover.
She says very lengthy video. Part 1 is 9 minutes. Well, what's she talking about? Very lengthy.
So let's dive in. The year 1990 saw the beginning of the Persian Gulf War.
So you get it that she's reading the entire tract off of a website, Wikipedia, or maybe, or something else. And it's just like listening to like a 12-year-old, do a presentation.
After President Saddam Hussein of Iraq ordered the invasion and occupation of neighboring Kuwait. In early August of that year, countries such as those that were part of the Gulf Cooperation Council, as well as the United States.
She made a mistake there and she had to fix it because I noticed that the high-pitched whine behind her of the air conditioning changed. So she's like, oh, shit! Just to start over again, sit down, and the microphone is moved. Just, it's such an unprofessional mess. And she does this because she wants to look like she's important when really all she's doing it for is the clicks and money.
Were called upon to aid in the liberation of Kuwait. Hussein defied United Nations Security Council demands, however, to withdraw from Kuwait. Iraqi troops invaded Kuwait.
Let's not forget what actually drew her there. This dirtbag is some sort of a friend of Natter's. That's it. Now she's going to try to get us to believe that she's all interested in the history of the country.
And as a result, the Al-Masila group was formed. Allah said in his glorious Quran, think not of those.
Isn't it profane to have Chantel running a photograph of somebody else's holy book and quoting a bit from it? Is because we know what she is. Oh, revolting. Chantel is revolting.
Who are slain in God's way is dead. Nay, they live, finding their sustenance in the presence of their God. Patriotism was manifested by the will of people who accepted the challenge.
And I warned you, it's really boring. So I just mean this is entertaining for us. There's a couple of jokes I put in here. It's still entertaining for us in that she wants to look important, and this is killing her couples channel because it's already, dead in the water. And what she wants to do now, fill it with cinder blocks so it goes to, it sinks.
And resisted the injustice and tyranny in order to liberate their country. The outcome was a trail of martyrs who have recorded heroic and eternal epics with their blood for sustaining their country. Al-Qur'an is an epic created by young Kuwaiti men who believe strongly in Allah and in their just cause. They took an oath among themselves that they would sacrifice every precious thing to keep their country high and proud. Al-Qur'an epic took place on the 24th of February 1991, 2 days before the dawn of liberation. 19 young Kuwaiti men out of 31 members of Al-Masila group, the Kuwait force, participated in the...
There are a couple of jokes coming. Believe me. I put some captions in because she's got Salah talking and he said, I know it's sort of getting ahead of myself, and there's a couple of jokes. Please don't all run away. It's terrible stuff.
Al-Qur'an encounter. The rest of the group members couldn't participate for reasons beyond their will. as some of them were held prisoners shortly before the heroic encounter. Others were unable to reach the headquarters the day before. The young men faced a terrible and
Remember, it's only 9 minutes. Hold on.
unmatched assault by the invading Iraqi troops, but they resisted bravely. The battle lasted for 10 hours, from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. The martyrs have sacrificed themselves to keep this epic alive in the memory of history. 12 members of the group were martyred and 7 survived. The surviving 7 will be witness to the challenge and glorious resistance. Kuwait was liberated days later with the help of 35 countries, those including the Gulf Cooperation Council, Syria, Egypt, and the United States Army. Highest honor, Sheikh Jabir Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah, the Amir of Kuwait, has visited this historical monument and ordered that this ordinary house become a national museum which will commemorate the steadfastness of the Kuwaitis and the rejection.
Hey, whoever put the bot in here, we're gonna put up comments from the bot. That's how boring this is. Thank you, bot.
Of any foreign occupant on their homeland stand as a symbol of pride and be a reminder of a path to be followed by young Kuwaiti generations. It is also a testimony of the crime of the Iraqi tyrants who looted every valuable thing inside the houses and left behind nothing but total destruction.
She's got the music playing, and so they're just driving around in the general area, Al something region. Boring. History lesson from the wildebeest. Thanks, Linda Lou. I took his music out. It's just his music and this terrible footage that she's got. Hey, doesn't this qualify as a government building? Isn't she supposed to be in trouble with... Isn't she supposed to be getting her arm cut off again? I don't think this is a private business, right? This has got to be another government building. There's a couple of jokes coming. Please, this is very short. Don't go away.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم أصدقائي في فيديو جديد معنا اليوم في متحف الجرين، ويعتبر رمز صمود كويتي تاريخي ضد الاحتلال العراقي الغاشم، وإن شاء الله تستفيدوا وتستمتعوا معنا في هذا المقطع.
Hi guys, we are here at the Al Qurayn Martyr Museum. This building serves as...
That's where the thumbnail came from. And I figured, like, you know, there's no democracy there. It's a royal family that runs everything. You piss them off, they cut your arm off. I don't care about this country. I don't care about its history either. You know, I mean, like, whatever religions they're following there, I have no disrespect towards the religions. Yet the actual country and like a ruling royal family with no free speech and no elections, I couldn't care less. So it looks like they were staying in front of a trap house. So that's where the fun thumbnail came from.
a memorial for the Al Masula Kuwaiti resistance group who fought against the Iraqi invasion in 1991.
Yes, and I'm sure that after you're done stuffing yourself with bread and sugar, the last thing you think about before you go to bed at night, Chantel, is worrying about the history of Kuwait.
So we're going to explore inside and tell you more about it. So let's go.
Let's go.
Well, they say it's a museum, and if they're going to explore inside, yet they just kind of walk up to the fence and shoot a bit of footage and show still pictures. They don't actually go in, and there's nobody at the gate saying welcome and here's a brochure. It's just it's weird, like everything else they do there.
ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون. صدق الله العظيم.
So I guess that's a call to prayer, which she is picking up with her onboard camera, onboard mic on the camera, and she just runs it. So it's not no copyright problems. And just the whole notion of this this lying wildebeest with her fake relationship, pretending to be of that faith and pretending to care about the history of the country in any battle. It's just so profane. Like people, most certainly, it's a battle, right? So it's not like everybody's, getting a Band-Aid. Probably people got killed right on that site. And she's standing there. Hey, look at that. There's somebody with a comment that I was waiting for. Jay of Cornwall. God, I despise this woman. She is an atrocious, disgusting individual, hadn't a shred of dignity. Abhorrent. Thank you, Jay of Cornwall. Lovely comment, and it just fits what I'm trying to say here. So as I was saying, and I agree with Jay of Cornwall, the notion that this, dirty, in all ways, pig, looking for an easy couples channel for easy money, even though she doesn't love the guy and she's not following the religion. She's live right now. I'm not shooting myself in the foot. And her title for her live is Hey. So it's right back to before. Remember, all of her titles for her live used to be bees, 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 and bees, 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 bees. And so she's live right now. And it's just a sloth looking into a camera, waiting for money to roll in. And the title is just Hey. You put no work into what you do. And here she is exploiting this site, whatever side of this battle you're on. Or if you just look at war as mankind's inability to reason with others and everybody's got to kill everybody and that makes you sad. It's just so profane for her to shoot this footage and stand in front of it. Yeah, hey.
Okay guys, let's take a tour around the museum. قوة الكويت مجموعة المسيرة.
So the music starts playing and it's sad music. And yet she's waving like this with the sad music playing and she's smiling and laughing. So they're going to walk around it. Like Canada and America, Europe, you like the flag, you can fly it. You can fly any flag you want. Probably only government buildings can fly a flag like that. So she's shooting footage of a government building. And here's something else. There's nobody anywhere. There's nobody. Wouldn't there be one other person checking this place out?
All right, guys, so this is a water transition tank used to transfer a group of resistance members. So this vehicle was actually used to transport the Al-Masila.
Yeah, you've just disgraced it by touching it, you wildebeest, you dishonest piece of crap from Cornwall.
Resistance members.
They couldn't afford a ticket to go in.
I'm assuming they hid inside of this. Imagine how hot and claustrophobic it would be, and probably very afraid.
And that's a good one. Everyone else is off praying. They're the only two that are not.
طبعا هذا النموذج تنكر ماء كان ينقل فيه أفراد المقاومة الكويتية أثناء العدوان العراقي. تخيلوا معي صعوبة الموقف.
So this tank is actually a Russian tank, and it was actually used by Iraqis in the bombing of the house during the resistance invasion.
طبعا هذه الدبابة الروسية استخدمها عراقيين في قصف منزل الجرين. طبعا هذه الدبابة الروسية استخدمها عراقيين في قصف.
Look at her pretending to be serious. Let me pull this back. Sorry. He says it first, and then I run it a second time because she's pretending to be serious.
During the resistance invasion.
طبعا هذه الدبابة الروسية استخدمها عراقيين في قصف منزل الجرين. طبعا هذه الدبابة الروسية استخدمها عراقيين في قصف منزل الجرين.
What a joke you are, Chantal. She's fingering all the bullet holes. The whole thing is just ridiculous because Chantal is just a pig, an OnlyFans pig. She eats edibles. She eats edibles. That sounded silly. She eats marijuana edibles on camera. She lies about her relationships.
I'm sure war is not fun for either side. I'm sure everyone was...
Oh, thank you. The wisdom of Chantal. I'm sure that war isn't fun for either side. Oh, thank you. That's That's such wisdom. You know, here's to Chantel. Like I keep saying, you need to change your channel to the wisdom channel. 38 years of age. I'm sure that war isn't fun for either side. That would be something you'd be disappointed to hear from a 9-year-old. It's like, I thought that Ashley was a little more grown up now. Well, we'll talk to her. 38 and a half, whatever she is, 38 and change. I'm sure that war isn't fun for either side.
Fearful, but also proud of their countries and their culture and nationality, and proud to defend it. That's the idea of a martyr. Dying in the line of duty, dying for honor, dying in the name of honor, I should say, dying protecting your
You can't even get a cup of coffee in honor.
people, fighting for your country. These people were very brave. When you're here, the energy is so different. I can
Pippi chicken. Pippi chicken. An avatar. Chantel introducing her paying members to a culture and country they don't care about because it's boring and lame. They want to go back to being gross and disgusting. That's who she is. Maggie, thanks for showing. I didn't put you in at the start because everybody was saying like, "Hey, welcome FBRC," and you were saying, "What do you mean it's not fun?" So here, I'll put you in here. Plus, you got a gun. Cowboy dog. We got a cat. We got a dog. Yeah, and there's so many abrupt cuts too. She just makes a mess out of it. Terrible camera work. Just a bloody mess. Hello, Lori K. She's calling with a K. When you're there, the energy and air are different. Cowboy dog. Payday, 24 hours or so. Remember, Chantel is still getting paid through a bank that has to be started in Ontario, Canada. And I doubt that she's changed all over. I'm not trying to be a wise guy and say, you're wrong by a little bit. You're right. It's almost payday. I get mine most of the time on the 21st. And Chantel, myself, are in Ontario, Canada, even though right at the moment, Chantel is in Kuwait. Or at least we think she is. For all we know, she shot this footage a long time ago. And she's hiding somewhere in a basement in Montreal. Chantel, in this bullshit Kuwait history lesson, conveniently left out that the USA led that coalition that liberated Kuwait in 4 days. Operation Desert Storm liberated Kuwait, not this so-called resistance. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's coming back to me now. Like she was saying, 35 different countries were all helping. It was the USA and a little bit of help from everybody else. And the chicken. And she's also ripping off that country because she doesn't have a work visa, and she has already harvested one AdSense monthly check. Well, it's not a check; it's like a payment put into your bank account. There's no physical check. You know what I mean? So she's already been there collecting super chats and setting up the couples channel. And yeah, so she's breaking the law that way too. Hey, everybody's saying hey. Everybody's saying hey, hi, hello. Oh, I don't forget. Yeah. And when she was confronted with all that stuff, she told people off on the 20th anniversary and said, "Oh, go have a nice day." That's good too. You know, we're almost out of footage, and I'm keeping this thing going by using your comments. 62 people here. I'm so glad you guys are coming by. I hope you're getting a bit of a laugh out of this. There's very little footage to work with, and it's boring. I still put a couple of jokes in there. That's a fun name. Of age, homegirl, basic female. That's a good name. Hello, Enchanted Rose. Oh, you grew up in New York. Yeah. Well, you should, be especially disappointed and angry at the wildebeest making fun of 9/11. And I know this is a little bit unrelated, and for Yaba for giving a pass to Chantel for doing it. Bush pig. I haven't heard that in a long time. I remember it though. Bush pig. J of Cornwall, excellent comments. Well, I got 61 here. We got about another couple minutes.
Imagine the fuselage here of the cannon, and I'm wondering if that's actually from some of the damage it caused when it fired.
There's nobody else there. It's so weird. There's not even one guard or anything like that
At the building. So this white Chevrolet belongs to the Iraqi intelligence.
This car is 31 years old.
Wow.
Listen to her. Whoa! Whoa!
So this minibus belongs to Iraq's intelligence used to transfer prisoners from Kuwait to Iraq and attack residences.
Chevrolet belongs to Master Badr Al-Idan, the owner of the home, by the way. The owner of the house called Badr Al-Idan.
Ah,
Yes.
didn't know that. Thank you.
This Chevrolet belongs to the group's leader, used in military operation and medical necessities transition.
It's surreal to me that these are actual bullet holes and indentations. Yalla?
And did you hear like 2 seconds of that music? Dun, 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 dun. So that's how the music stays. And with Chantel's history, what do you expect her to be saying? I saw a ghost. Oh, you're exactly right. Yeah, where's the Ouija board? Yeah. Hey guys, and she pulls a Ouija board out of her attire for that religion. Yeah, it's the dumbest video she's made yet. Yeah. So let me get rid of it. Here we go. 66 people here. Thanks for coming by. We still have 20 seconds left. So that spooky music is playing, and Chantel might as well just say that she saw ghosts or something. I just put that in at the end, just quick, just to remind ourselves what she really is. Pippi Chicken Chantel doesn't even care what she's saying. This is the worst pretending to care I've ever seen. What she really wants to do is go back to being a degenerate. That's right. And we're all on the same page, right? Because after she did that, I figured, look, I'll just put the little thing at the end with her belching in front of the food, sitting there in her underwear with an overlay of her on OnlyFans, for $5 a month. And just to remind us what she is. Sherry, hey. It act like she cares about anything except natter, coke, THC, junk food, paneer. Well, she goes over there, to start this couples channel. It figures it's going to, be a success. And then it's just like a Canadian in Kuwait. How exotic. Remember the stupid video she made shortly after she got there? And the thumbnail was looking like this? And it was being a fat person on a plane. Yes, it was hard. Canadian to Kuwait. I guess she was just waiting to see 40,000 views show up underneath it. Didn't arrive. That's right. And I play that footage of her burping while in her underwear and stuffing herself, it's just because she's changed and we're all jealous of all of her positive changes. Maybe she broke it up. Yeah, maybe it's so boring she had to break it up in 2 parts. Hang on. So she just finished up 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago, Chantel just finished a live stream on her main channel, Chantel Al Refai, entitled "Hey," and she's got a dumb look on her face, not like an entertaining look. She's just like this. An hour and 31 minutes and 21 seconds of her just sitting on the couch babbling by herself. And Nader El-Shabi is live. What a surprise. So they're both going live at the same time again. Oh, he's stream sniping. No, that wasn't a snipe. Let me check Chantel again. What did she look like on her live? Oh, I think it might have been a snipe. Yeah, Nader is relaxing in our cozy corner watching Miss Fake Hijab. Oh, what more proof? I mean, like, we already got all the proof in the world. They were only pretending to hate each other, and there was never any criminal charges. If there's still, like, 2 people out there that think that she really did charge him, here he is talking about her and reacting to her. Relaxing in our cozy corner, watching Mrs. Fake Hijab. Oh, shit. I try to never say it, the name. Not that I think it's wrong to say. It's just I never want to say it anything less than perfectly. And that's why I don't say it. Anyway, I was reading it out loud, and that's why I said it. Anyway, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just my own personal, thing that I don't want to say it anything less than perfect every time. So that's why I never say it. Well, that's it. You're all updated. You got everything. Chantello rat face. And yeah, it's probably because it's because it didn't care. She broke it to get more viewers and more money off one event. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Either that or it's just so boring. One or the other. Super Chat Cat has got the entire stage to himself to say thanks to Dan. Super Chat Cat. And at times like this, we really hope that the fancy, expensive lighting is going to work right away. Well, 9 times out of 10 it goes, and 1 time out of 10 it don't. Oh, there I am. But I get to sit here and beckon more luck to you. I was waiting for it. Super Chat Cat. Meow. Thanks for blessing us, Dan. We hope to bless you back. Meow. Super Chat Cat. Meow. Super Chat Cat. Meow. Super Chat Cat. Meow. Thanks very much, Dan. Meow. British pounds are awesome. Wow. And soon we'll have to bow down to King Charles right here, just like you. Well, that sort of makes us brothers in a way. Meow. Thanks, Dan. Meow. Thank you, Super Chat Cat. Thank you, Dan. Linda Lou, we see you. Super Chat right behind. Let's hang out for a little bit. Leave Dan's Super Chat up for a little, and then we're going to get yours, Linda Lou. CCP saying good morning, Dan. Lori K saying means hello, good morning, Dan. Sherry Steinbach says, I don't miss FB. I got to have your comment up to read it. We're just going to show some love to Dan here for a while. Leave a super chat up. Then we'll put up Linda Lou's. Yeah, that's Chantel, Sherry Steinbach. Chantel sitting around all day and night, screaming at people into a camera in a nasty bra while being drunk. Thank you very much again, Dan. Super sticker. Gonna slide it over to Linda Lou. Dan, thank you. Thank you, Dan. Sending good luck your way. And even if it's not as much fun me saying it, you had that Asian lucky cat singing towards you. Good luck. Blessings. And Linda Lou, you too. Let's get Super Chat up here and say thanks. There it is. Hit it. Super Chat King! Super Chat King! Thanks for blessing us, Linda Lou. We hope to bless you back. Meow, Super Chat King! Meow, Super Chat King! Super Chat! Okay, yeah. Thanks very much, Linda Lou. Meow. It's nice of you to do, even though we don't even have any footage for you. Just a fat dummy behind me. Meow. And it's very nice of you to do because of that. Meow, meow. So, blessed good luck towards you and anything that you do. Meow, 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 meow. Thanks. Meow, meow. Thanks. Thank you, Super Chat Cat. Thank you, Linda Lou, too. That rhymes very well. Wispy says, every time I clean my litter box, which is several times a day, I think of the cats and worry about their well-being. It's all tragic. Pizza's hiding something, in my opinion, says Wispy. Yes, I agree. Sherry Steinbach says Natter has really no content on his channel but cooking, and I don't call that any close to cooking channel. And of course, he rambles back and forth to DD and eats some cam. So the only thing Natter got is the back and forth of Foodie Booty. Yeah, right. As in the channel content, really, and of course, that probably gets them a few more super chats attention for the moment. Yeah, I'll just check in just to look at their lives for 4 seconds, and it's always the same. They just sit on the couch and play with the tablet and smoke cigarettes. There's never anything going on. And I would have liked making fun of him if he would have carried on with trying to make a real cooking channel. You see, the people that Chantel's knows and works with are, lazy grifters, right? He wouldn't actually try to do a cooking channel, even though he's got a whole kitchen there to play with in a modern apartment. He still won't friggin' do it. Yes, Jay of Cornwall. I'm looking forward to that too. She may have been able to steel herself before going and to be without the edibles. And again, for all we know, she's got a hookup there. It's not like it's the hardest thing to get your hands on. However, whether she's got anything over there or not, besides making potato vodka in the toilet, when she gets back, yeah, it'll be party time, huge. There'll be junk food everywhere. There'll be edibles coming out of her butt. Yeah, she'll, I guess it's even money if she's going to take the attire off when she gets back to Canada and then just, be the pig that she really truly is. What a great thumbnail I made. It was an awesome thumbnail. At least I warned people as soon as they came in here. This footage is a little bit dull. If you make a great thumbnail, you shouldn't disappoint people. At least warn them on the way in. My thumbnails kick ass. JM Carwall says, "Hey FPIC, you got any speculative theories on what's installed for our favorite?" Oh, you mean what's in store? What's in store for our favorite land mammal in 2023? Somehow, Natter getting back into the storyline. That's my prediction. Or else she'd be gone right now. I mean, he's still hanging around as a side cart. Let me double check if he's live right now. Where's... Yeah, Natter's still live. He's got 237 dummies watching him, which is surprising. And when did he start? An hour ago. Necessitas has only watched him through Queen Natter. Yes. Well, she's not acting married now, to my satisfaction. Linda Lou, put your right back. Is it super chat? Necessita doing not too badly. So, in other news, Amberlyn Reed has quit Vlogmas, and as well as quitting Weight Watchers, which we all knew. If it wasn't getting tired, I would run it. Normally, I'm a night owl. My Achilles heel is Monday morning. I got to go get the garbage out. Sherry's short name for Necessita is NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. And Necessitas is a trash night, yes. And there's too much activity. with people and animals to just leave it out before you go to bed. So it's got to be left out in the dang morning, like a farmer. Or else I would run the Amberlin right now. CCP says last night's stream was epic. You killed it. Thank you very much, CCP. It was fun. Yaba was especially mean. I thought she was just gonna give Candy a hard time. No, she was really mean. It says like, "Oh, you're the greatest person in the world, right?" Nobody said Candy was the greatest person in the world, just that she never attacks anybody. Yaba. Understand? And Yaba totally put Candy in the same category as Amber and Chantel, and she isn't. She isn't. They're both evil. Amber and Chantel. And Chantel is just far more aggressive and greedy. Bex, hello? You're owning the captions for a little bit yet, Linda Lou, super chat. KC, come in here to say hello and call me Gary. Thanks, KC. I'm surprised I can still make that high noise with my voice. And thanks very much again, Linda Lou. Linda Lou, you've been hanging around with us pretty regularly all the time. It's appreciated. Thanks very much. What's happening? I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. Now it's like, see ya, buddy. What? What did that say? 12:24, you say what's happening. 12:24, you're leaving. Give me 1 minute. Chantel was around some historical site, and she tried to pretend like she cared. There's Bex. Linda Lou saying you're welcome. Nice of you to say. Nice of you to say, Linda Lou. Potato vodka in the toilet. I got that from Trailer Park Boys. The reason why is because I'm doing pretty good fucking bubbles. If you ever watch the fucking show, it's fucking funny. Give it a chance. For fuck's sake. Yes, you started it. Winking at me knowingly. Necessita, channel member. No, they kind of walked around it. And the museum is just like a normal house that was involved in a battle. Bubbles, yes. Nah, she's her waiting. Well, Ricky and somebody else were locked up in jail. And so they figured out you can make potato vodka in a prison toilet. Well, then, Casey, you've said it all. Oh, and that, remember, that was just part one. So Chantel is promising a part two of all that boredom and her standing around trying to look important and pretending that she cares. It was just 9 minutes of boredom from Chantel. She goes to a historical site and pretends that she cares, and she turned it into like a report, that would bore a fifth grader. And it's a good job. It's funny. It's funny stuff. Thank you, KC. Everybody's getting in here and having a few jokes and being funny. Oh yeah, and maybe the chat just got home. So what happened? More mundane. Yes, you've nailed it. More mundane nonsense. And I've yet to go through her music bees night with Salah playing stuff on the keyboard. That keyboard has backing tracks on it, so I mean it's pretty difficult not to screw up when you got backing tracks on a Casio. It's not a Casio; it's something else. Thank you, KC. Nice to say. And happy holiday, folks. Thank you, KC. Yeah, and the museum was just a normal house that had been involved in a battle. Mm-hmm. Good enough. Well, there wasn't much notice there, Bally. You see, I didn't know what to do because Chantel did a stream of about I think an hour and 20 minutes with Salah playing the keyboard, and it was so boring. I didn't know what to do with it. I gotta get my amp together. I know. I want to bring it back. Thanks for coming by, Bally. Jeez. Deborah is doing it old school, dragged in a real tree and trimmed it. Ancient tinsel from Germany. That's nice when you keep all the old decorations. Yes. I know. I do. I always say that. And because I have to get it together. It's a tube amp. There's one tube in it. It's a Joyo Vivo. And the Vivo are Roman numerals for 5150. So the 5150 is a tribute to the late, great Edward Van Halen, who had an amp with PV from years and years ago called the 5150, which is California police code for an escaped maniac. And I got to get around to cleaning out the broken glass and getting the tube, and I keep putting on the back burner. I don't do it. Yeah, right, Bally. So I was sitting around and looking at this terrible stuff from Chantel, and with Salah playing the keyboard, it's so boring. If I try to turn it into a party, it's going to be dull. And you're like, I can't. Remember, I played the Oscar Wilde cartoon, 51 years old, and I got it from YouTube from some other guy who had it posted on his channel, and I wasn't hurting anybody. and the stream got interrupted. So this is the first time it happened. So I thought the stream got interrupted by YouTube. They put the kibosh on it. So I thought, hey, the problem was they were playing music in the cartoon. So I'll run it again and I'll turn the volume off from here when the music play. And so I ran it again and I got a notice from a bot and a community strike warning saying you are engaging in deceptive, dishonest practices on YouTube. It's like, what? And then I appealed it and I get a reply from a bot saying, no, you have broken this. Okay. So I'm afraid to. And you would think that I should be able to run public domain material. And apparently, once you're a target, you can't because you got a warning on your back. I'd love to. That's close. 5150. Jeez. And Bally's predicting Chantel's home for Christmas. Yes, it does. Yeah, there were some missed notes there. And I figured I was going to make a video of it at just the music. Maybe I might. I don't know. It was just so boring. And then Chantel released what we're reacting to now, which is just 9 minutes. And the whole idea of it, of her pretending to be serious, I thought was strong enough as a joke on its own, even though the footage itself was boring. Whoops. Hang on. Yeah. And when I appealed it, the bot also said, we're sorry because we know that you don't like our decision yet. It's our job to have YouTube be a safe place for everyone. Meanwhile, Chantel says she's going to do murder to people and nothing happens. You know, somebody should be getting an email. You know, Chantel, you know, we've noticed that you're making a mockery of someone's faith. And we hope you pursue whatever you're doing somewhere else. We need to have a safe place for everyone. No, they don't. Yeah, if her family wanted her around, she wouldn't have left at this time anyway. Hello, Nancy. You know, I'm afraid to complain about YouTube because I appreciate the opportunity it provides for me and others who are legit funny people. And yet Pete can just criticize the United States of America all the time and nothing happens. And just to reiterate, I love the US of A. And Pete can rip on it, and an American company, YouTube, just doesn't reach over and say, oh, okay, Pete, that's nice. Click. Bye-bye, Pete. Yeah, it does feel like a school trip. I know Oscar Wilde. Thank you, Girl MacGyver. I mean, everywhere you walk around Canada, it's like, hey, do you really dig all those cool cars? Yeah, they're all American. Do you have an interest in the fun of fast food places? Yeah, they're all American. Your favorite movies, actors, American, American, American. Oh, you dig yourself some computers? The Apple, the home personal computer. A couple of guys in California put it together with some chicken wire and bubble gum in a garage somewhere. Same thing with Atari, And this is Atari's 50th anniversary this year. And we forget. It's like, video games, Nintendo. Get out of here, Nintendo. It was made in the United States of America. Atari. USA. Dang right. I remember, I read about it, right? Because I love stories like that. America's full of stories like that. A couple of guys, a couple of women, a couple of people putting an idea together and making it work and making a big success out of it. And when they had the Pong machines, people would go out to service them because they thought that they were broken. The problem was they were jammed to the brim with quarters. How do you like that? That's a fun story. Yeah. F Pete's. Dang right. Glad that you are. And I was mucking about with a book. From childhood, the husband has been brought up on the most elaborate fetch and carry system, and his reverence for the sex has a touch of compulsory chivalry about it, while the wife exercises an absolute despotism based upon female assertion and tempered by womanly charm. From the American Man. An engagement should come on a young girl as a surprise, pleasant or unpleasant, as the case may be. The importance of being earnest. Those who are faithful know only the trivial side of love. It is the faithless who know love's tragedies. The picture of Dorian Gray. And also, from Dorian Gray, the other characters in the book would comment on, mean-spirited cracks like that and say, that's rubbish. It's rubbish. I found another version of the picture of Dorian Gray. Television, 1961. It's fun, the things you can dig up. I'm just reading comments. Come to California is also a song from Matthew Sweet. Oh, pizza's sickening. It's like, yeah, Pete's. You notice like those comic books you collect? Yeah, that's Marvel, DC, American. I hate Pete's. I can't stand them. Oh, Bex wants a little bit more. I want to read more. I want to chat more. I got to get to the garbage. The worst of having a romance of any kind is that it leaves one so unromantic. The picture of Dorian Gray. Who on earth writes to him on pink paper? How silly to write on pink paper. It looks like the beginning of a middle-class romance. Romance should never begin with sentiment. It should begin with science and end with a settlement. An ideal husband. I actually love this one. Romance is the privilege of the rich, not the profession of the unemployed. The model millionaire. I am disgraced. He is not. That is all. It is the usual history of a man and a woman, as it usually happens, as it always happens. And the ending is the ordinary ending. The woman suffers. The man goes free. A woman of no importance. Men marry because they are tired. Women because they are curious. Both are disappointed. A woman of no importance. When a woman marries again, it is because she detested her first husband. When a man marries again, it is because he adored his first wife. Women try their luck. Men risk theirs. The picture of Dorian Gray. He's entrammelled by this woman, fascinated by her, dominated by her. If a woman wants to hold a man, she has merely to appeal to what is worst in him. Lady Windermere's fan. All men are married women's property. That is the only true definition of what married women's property really is. A woman of no importance. But we are positively getting elbowed into the corner. Our husbands would really forget our existence if we didn't nag at them from time to time, just to remind them that we have a perfect legal right to do so. Lady Windermere's fan. Of course, whilst I'm reading, I don't see any of the comments, so I don't know if anybody's saying anything. Her sense of humor keeps her from the tragedy of a grand passion, and as there is neither romance nor humility in her love, she makes an excellent wife. The American Invasion. He was eccentric, I admit, but only in later years. And that was the result of the Indian climate and marriage and indigestion and other things of that kind. The importance of being earnest. My husband is sort of a promissory note. I'm tired of meeting him. A woman of no importance. In America, the horrors of domesticity are almost entirely unknown. There are no scenes over the soup, no quarrels over the entrees, and as such, by a clause inserted in every marriage settlement, the husband solemnly binds himself to use studs and not buttons for his shirts. One of the chief sources of disagreement in ordinary middle-class life is absolutely removed. The American man. I have often observed that in married households the champagne is rarely of a first-rate brand. The importance of being earnest. The fact is that our society is terribly overpopulated. Really, someone should arrange a proper scheme of assisted immigration. It would do a great deal of good. An ideal husband. Yes, the public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. The critic is artist. Oh, talk to every woman as if you loved her, and to every man as if he bored you, and at the end of your first season, you will have the reputation of possessing the most perfect social tact. A woman of no importance. And I'll end with this, not because it's a proper place to end it. However, I'm growing tired, and I have to take out garbage later on this very morning. Oh, your English society seems to me shallow, selfish, foolish. It has blinded its eyes and stopped its ears. It lies like a leper in purple. It sits like a dead thing smeared with gold. It is all wrong, all wrong. A woman of no importance. Thank you, Girl MacGyver, for your interest. And Bex, and all of you. You make one error in what you provide for commentary. Chantal is not a woman, except on paper. And that's the wicked wit of FBRC. Perhaps not as wicked a wit as Oscar Wilde, yet still not too bad. 3, 2, 1. Chantel. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel. She carries the weight. Chantel. Oh, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel. 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 She rolls out of bed with nothing better to do. She rolls right back to bed after the mukbang is through. She makes a mess, she make a couple of dollars. She gonna do it again. It's all too much for you to understand. Come on, sing it again. Chantel. Oh, she carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel. Oh, she carries the weight. Chantel. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulders. Chantel. 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 Wow.